Hey yo, what is going on, everybody? This is your boy Chad bringing y'all another video, man. And in this video, we gotta talk about the Cash App owner being stabbed to death in San Francisco. I'm not really too sure what the Cash App owner's name was. Let me actually see real quick. But his name is Bob Lee. He's the Cash App founder and former Square executive. Um, it's kind of crazy to me how, all these cashless money making people are being killed, like the Cash App owner, different crypto billionaires and millionaires are being killed. And what's even more of like a coincidence, I don't believe in coincidence. I feel like once I came to, God, it was like, everything happens for a reason, whether good or bad. So when it comes to coincidences, I don't really feel like there's any such thing. I just feel like, things happen for a reason. If it looks like a coincidence, then maybe, it's what was supposed to happen. But anyways, he was killed, and not even like he was killed yesterday, bro. Literally yesterday. And not even a day later, the U.S. Federal Reserve banking system is launching its own Cash App, and it's called FedNow. Now, before we even talk about FedNow, I am not using a service that's called FedNow because it's federal, bro. Like the Fed's gonna be in it, especially dealing with money, and they're trying to launch a cashless type of app. They said the movements towards getting rid of physical money and having digital currency. So this is all in the midst of like China and Russia saying they're not trying to use the American dollars anymore. India saying they're moving away from the American dollar. Japan saying they're moving away from the American dollar. The different oil type of billionaires and stuff like Saudi Arabian stuff, they said they're done with the US unless they want to, like they're done with us. They trying to get rid of the US dollar as well. And it's like, this isn't a coincidence, bro. This all happening around the same time. I'm gonna play this short little video by this dude explaining what the FedNow is, which basically is just from the name of it. The feds are trying to be too much like
This July. So what is FedNow, and is it really a way for the federal government to control us? The short answer is yes, it is. Now for the long answer. FedNow is a new payment service that will allow money to be transferred instantly 24/7, 365 days a year between banks, businesses, and people. Sounds all good and dandy, right? Wrong. This is how FedNow is going to work. At least this is their plan for how it's going to work. All the banks and businesses are going to sign up for the new FedNow instant payment service. Americans like you and I have our money in those banks. So if you buy something on Amazon, the money's going to go from your bank account to a Fed credit account, then to Amazon. Here's the issue. That Fed credit account is where all of the money in the United States will be funneled through. And if every bank and every business uses the FedNow service, the federal government will know your every single move. You go to the grocery store to buy milk, they'll know. You go to buy your girlfriend flowers, they'll know. Every single transaction that comes out of your bank account, they will know. Why is this bad? Well, to start, it's a complete invasion of our privacy. And more importantly, if the federal government doesn't like what you're buying or where you're sending your money, they can shut you down.
Why would you want to use a Cash App sounds cool. Like, hey man, send me $50 through FedNow. Like, no, that ain't it, Chief. Send $50 through FedNow so the feds can see what's going on through each transaction. They already tried to do that thing where if you have more than $600 or $500 for a transaction, then the IRS or somebody knows about it, and it was like, nah, bro. Nah. This is about as intrusive as the TikTok ban bill, which is really like the Restrict Act, where they're trying to basically see everything going on with social media profiles and everything. Like, all this stuff just keeps happening over and over and over. And it's like, what I see from people is you have the ones who are actually aware, and they're like, oh, like, we see what's going on. They're trying to go further and further towards the cashless society, whereas other people are like, guys, we've told you. Now, these are the NPCs. The NPCs are usually like, guys, we've tried to tell you all to watch out. They're trying to switch over from, regular dollars to cashless. And it's like, they're kind of only saying it because they see everybody else saying it, but they don't really understand the spiritual ramifications of it. Like, to see all these, like I said, billionaires, people creating these like cashless apps being killed, and then the feds trying to come out with their own, it's like we're just getting further and further down the train towards the end times, right? Further and further towards all this being over with. Because pretty soon the US dollar is going to be pretty much worthless. You know, people are going to be fighting for money. The housing market's already high. Like, I'm trying to look for a house. The housing market's so high, and the only houses that are like affordable are like in terrible neighborhoods or terrible school systems. And it's like, I'm not doing that. I'd rather just pay a little bit more money to get the house I want. But the housing market's high, inflation's high, grocery store costs are high, everything's high. Then they're trying to switch everything to cashless. Cash is going to be useless. And it's just like, this all is happening around the same time. And while they're doing all this stuff underneath the radar, they just keep saying, Donald Trump's being indicted, and this is happening. Angel Reese, and the black girl, she, when I do it, it's a problem. She do it, it's okay. It's like, yo, like, it's like they do this stuff right underneath people's nose. Like, they really just wiping people's nose, and they're like, they'll never know. They'll never care. And only the aware ones are the ones that point it out. Everybody else is like, I'm looking at the comments of some of this stuff, and people are like, this has been happening. This is nothing new. I don't know why you guys are all obsessed with it. Like, the government's been watching your transactions. Like, okay, if the government has already, been watching our transactions, right? Now they're like, well, we weren't really blatant about it. You guys are just assuming we did that. Even if we do it, now we're telling you, Fed, now we're watching your transactions. Does nobody see like how that's a problem? Like, the devil used to hide. Now he's right out in the open, and he's just doing what he wants to do, wreaking havoc. People are still not believing that, Jesus is real. They see the devil doing the demonic stuff, all the agendas, I'm this gender, I'm that gender, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Good is now evil, evil is now good. But anyways, man, I just want to bring you guys this quick video to get your thoughts on this Fed now and all these, people who've been creating these Cash App, the Cash App founder being killed, these crypto people being killed, and then different stuff is being implemented, these new legislations and stuff. It's just like, it's gone way too far, bro. And honestly, it's kind of getting a little scary if you're not prepared. I put my trust in God and Jesus, and so I'm not really scared. I'm just aware of what's happening. I just move accordingly. But anyways, man, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe. It don't really matter to me. Hit the notification bell if you want to hit the notification bell. And as always, it's been your boy Chad, and I'm out. Peace.